So, hello there. This is Daniel Eric or Williver or Guillermo Gage, and I am making a journal entry for the 11 previous 11 days. So that's the final 3 days of July 2026. So that's July 29th, 30th, and 31st. And then it's the first 8 days of August. So August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And yeah, the problem with making these journals is whenever I don't have a good, I want to end them on some kind of a positive note or something. So I keep putting off making them, and then it's late at night or something. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So, well, something that's happened is I'm putting shoes on because I'm going out to the back patio. It's now 4:31. On finish this video by 5 p.m. And what I'm trying to do. Okay, cucumber plants outside in the back patio. They're starting to grow out more. But however, man, I mean, I kind of gave up on hacking out the weeds, but they might be affecting the growth of these. Probably would have grown better without them. And so this morning or something, so once I have this journal entry out of the way, I'm going to have to go straight to work. But in the morning, since I'll have the journal entry done and out of the way, I can start hacking away at some of the weeds. That way maybe I can get some better growth on these. But yeah, cucumber plants, I mean, some of them have got little flowery things. Yeah, maybe I'll get some cucumbers. It's August, so maybe soon they'll start growing some cucumbers, but it'll be better if I can. I'll get gloves on. I'll cut away and just start cutting out without ripping up the cucumber plants themselves. I'll do that. So maybe I'll get some cucumbers this year. Fortunately, that's all that grew this year. I tried planting other stuff. It didn't grow this time. But oh, hi, Lucky. Yep. Yep. Oh, puppy. Okay, I've taken him out for. I've taken him out. I'm gonna try again. Again, he was last out just like a couple hours ago. I take him out. That was like 2 p.m. that I took him out, and it's now 4:33. So what I'm gonna do is okay. For the past 11 days, the food I don't think I had much of any plastic usage for the 29th and 30th. However, on the 31st, I did go to the movie theater and saw Hadestown a second time. Wait, was it 2 times? It was. Yeah, that was 22nd. Went there on the 28th. I went there a second time, and someone, old work friend, ended up buying me a slushie. But because I planned that out, I went there, even though it was unexpected. Even though I didn't purchase this, I'm going to count this as plastic usage. That was for the 28th. So basically, I think it's like this one. This thing is my plastic usage for like the final 11 days of July. This is for the first 8 days of July. I haven't used anything today, but on July, at the end of the day on July 10th, I'm going to count up the square inches of all these, and hopefully the next 10 days from August 11th to 20th will be less. I'm going to count up the square inches usage for whatever I can kind of flatten out. Basically, but hopefully I've got apples, so got a couple apples. Yep, and so hopefully I'll avoid buying junk food at work today. But that's the plastic usage. Overall, I've done some push-ups here. I'm gonna quick see what can I run through. Okay, August. There you go. So on 2020, this was Wednesday, July 29th. I guess I just did a work shift, didn't do much productive anything. Other than, I took Lucky out, maybe watered the plants. I see that I did push-ups, barely any. It was 8 push-ups, then 3 push-ups, around 11:57 to 58 p.m. So it's like, okay, I just wanted to crank some out, and apparently that's all I did. On July 30th, that's Thursday. From I was okay, so 12:08 a.m. to 4:03 a.m. So this is one of those up way late days. I was on the laptop web browser. Must have got up that day, and then so it looks like I was looking up web comics. Checked movie showtimes on Fandango. What for? Maybe just seeing how. Oh, I wanted to see how packed Spider-Man Brand New Day was going to be. Probably. I was taking a look at that. 2:48 a.m. Donate. Oh yeah. So because of all the web comics I was on. Because of the webcomics I was reading, I ended up being reminded about the Shiloh Hendricks situation. I was like, you know what? It's been like over a year. She ended up getting her bullshit, conviction. I was like, nope, I'm gonna give her $5 and then give Send Go $1. And yep, and yeah. So I was pretty pleased about myself with that. 121 to 135, more of the webcomics. It was Stone Toss, and I don't often look him up, but some of his output was pretty good for the past few months. And I actually was up during this time from 12:08 to 1:03. Actually, 30 minutes of this time was me taking Lucky out. I think me being up caused him to wake up. And I was like, I'm gonna take him out again. It was probably like maybe like 9 p.m. like the previous night on the 30th on June 29th that I took him out. So I just took him out again. I think he even pooped like that late at night. And so from 2:12 to, but when we were back indoors, 2:12 a.m. to 4:03 a.m., I was probably looking at the movie poster website, IMP Awards, IMPA Awards. Dot com, and I don't know, I saw some amusing movie posters. Somehow I ended up finding out about a movie from Japan that actually came out in July of this year, called The Eve of War, or Eve of the War. And first, I don't know, I was on a foreign movie site, and it's basically about like the behind the scenes planning about World War II from the Japanese perspective. Hadn't been on the PC apparently since 6:35 p.m. on July 29th. Okay, yeah, okay, so yeah, that was back on July 29th, but July 30th I was on for the first like 3 hours of the day. 4:15 to 9:30 a.m. I slept, woke up, and may have ate or showered during that time period when I woke up. Then I took Lucky out. So July 30th is a Thursday. 10:30 or so, I left the house. 11:20 to 5 p.m. It was my work shift. Got home like 6:15 p.m. Yeah, it took me, I guess, longer than usual to get home. I took Lucky out from 7:09 to 9:17. I was like, you know what? I just feel like pirating Spider-Man Brand New Day. Maybe if I watch it in theaters, I'll get to see the post-credit scene, because I can't find that on. Didn't check that online. But that's what 7:09 to about 9:17. I watched it. I may have watched it on slightly faster speed. I was like, it's gonna be late if I watch it at home, if I watch it in the theaters. I didn't have anyone to let go with. I was apparently I was up past midnight anyway. From 9:17 to 10:53, I was on Reddit. Apparently, I was lurking. Reddit. They were talking about the Odyssey. They were talking about Hades Town, which I had already seen. Which I was about to see a second time. Hades Town. That was from 10:53 to 11:59. r/box office, which I want to get away from unless I make a new Reddit account. I have no regrets about being banned. But if I'm going to interact, I should probably just make a new account, go to the local library, make a new one. And then maybe try to avoid getting banned. Like just stop using subreddits where I can't help but want to offend people. It's like they deserve to be offended, but I can't interact with anyone because I'm banned. That was over a year ago. But I did push-ups. So the 29th and the 30th, I did a few push-ups, but unfortunately not much of anything. Oh, actually, it's from the 30th. It was from 11:55 and 30 seconds to 11:58 and 21 seconds. I did 8 AOML, 1, and then 7, then 3 of the Bring Sally Up push-ups with the 10-pound backpack. That AOML just stands for After Old Miss Lucy, which is a phrase said during a Bring Sally Up push-up. During Bring Sally Up push-ups, it's Old Miss Lucy is said. You do, and that's the push-up you do after. So Friday, July 31st, this was the day that I went and saw Hadestown a second time. I was up until at least 12:53 a.m. for r/box office. I slept up again by 9. Took Lucky out. From 9:18 to 10:02, I was answering Discord messages off and on. This was on the laptop PC. 11 a.m. to 3:21 shift. So it's a shorter shift. But back home by 4:15. Took Lucky out back indoors. From about 4:53 to 5:15, I ordered some Little Caesars, and then I cleaned up around the house till about 5:40s. We ended up leaving the house about old work friend ended up leaving the house about like 6 p.m. or something. So the preview started 6:50. It was then 7:05 to 9:25 was the movie. It was the pro shot of Hadestown. Saw it a second time. There were like 10 other people with us, and it was like the second week of it. Got home like 9:45 p.m. And apparently looked up showtimes and box office info past 11:59 p.m. So I want to quit doing this. I want to quit, like, get away from Reddit, get away from this stuff, and stop caring about it so much. But on August 1st, Saturday, from 5 minutes after minute to about 1:53, more box office talk on x.com, formerly Twitter, or the-numbers.com, or r/box office. But then I slept a bit. I fell asleep. Slept like maybe till like maybe like 7 a.m. Took a Lucky out. From 8:57 to 6:13. That was a total length of my shift as well as the combined commute, because the shift was like 9:05 to like 5:30. But the time that I was away from the house was like 8:57 a.m. to 6:13 a.m. Apparently not on the laptop PC after getting home on a Saturday the 1st. And August 2nd, from 8:20 to 9:20, may have done phone calls, was on PayPal 8:20 to 8:35. Otherwise not on laptop PC. Took Lucky out 12:23, 12:27. Went to church and back. Probably wasted the 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. afternoon Twitter arguing or something. Couldn't have been that meaningful if I wasn't proud enough to write it down or record it. Okay, that's what I've literally typed up on here. This was like about a week ago that I typed this up. 6:30 p.m., probably about a few days ago, I typed it up. 6:30 p.m. to 11:05 p.m. Shift at my second job, August 3rd, Monday. 4:39 to 5:53. I was doing an X.com argument where someone had a really obnoxious bio. I said, "Do you have a really crappy bio?" And then they were just like insulting me in different ways that had nothing to do with like my own bio. I didn't like someone's bio. They said, it was some person from Canada who was like, I'm woke because I care. It's one of those stupid people who uses the term, the adjective woke in any way, whether it's positive or negative. You're stupid. If you self-identify, no, I understand what the term woke means. It means awakened to how oppressed Black people are, or awakened to how oppressed allegorically Black people, like anyone who is the Black equivalent of, like gay people are the Black people of sexuality. See, this allegory works very stupidly. So identifying as awakened or red-pilled or woke, that just makes you stupid. Now, you shouldn't overly use that term sarcastically either, but if you identify as awakened or anti-fascist or woke or above, holier than thou, I'm going to mock you. Apparently I got in a Twitter argument over that. Like, yeah, you shouldn't identify as holier than thou on your Twitter bio, because that's just like a bumper sticker saying I'm a virtuous person. Okay, well, that was the August 3rd, Monday. August 4th, Tuesday, I did a 9:40 to 5:38 shift. I was only on the laptop for a few minutes after midnight when the calendar day began to check PayPal, apparently. Okay, and apparently a lot of August 4th was spent browsing YouTube on the smartphone, just laying on the love seat couch. And apparently there's a lot of true horror stuff, like, the darkest YouTube channels, that were abandoned because like there were creepy people on them, or true crime, or a scary mystery or something. And I don't usually watch a lot of those because some of those videos are like long compilations where they're like 30 minutes to an hour long each. And but apparently that's what I did. August 5th, took Scooter to work. Okay, yeah, sometimes I take Scooter, sometimes I get a ride. I want to only get a ride if it's like gonna be pouring rain. I want to do better at that. Took the Scooter to work, 9:55 to 5:45 with commute. Lucky out, back indoors like 6 or 8 p.m. On Wednesday, 2 days in a row, I did Dairy Queen order. So the reason I purchased Dairy Queen is I got a $5 gift card from my mom's boyfriend. He said, "Hey, I have this." Apparently, he's a bus driver, and someone gave him this $5 Dairy Queen gift card. Actually, it was a $10 one. But instead of going to Dairy Queen and just taking the scooter up, there's a Dairy Queen like 3 miles away. I decided what if I want to buy like multiple Blizzards and they're gonna like melt and tip over inside of my scooter seat? Even though they're pretty thick, but I ended up ordering them online, and I tipped like 25%, so it's like $6 tip, so it's not far away from my place, and so I think it's worthwhile. So I did the Dairy Queen order. At 6:41, I completed it. I ended up receiving it, like probably around like 7:37. From 6:20 to 7:20, I various Hadestown things. Oh, I was listening to like the old 2010 album of Hadestown, the 2010 like concept album from 2010, where Anais Mitchell like does like her own singing and has like some different people singing on it, and it's like only some of the songs. From 8:32 to 8:42, checked Hadestown Pro Shot box office. 8:29 to 9:49, more r/box office and posters and such, like looking up new movie posters. May have taken lucky out in these upwards of 19-minute gaps that I was doing. And then 10:08 to 10:33 p.m., more movie trailers and posters. I must have fell asleep. Then August 6th, woke up early, back pain, slept funny. Yeah, I got to be careful not to sleep on the saggy side of the bed. I got a ride to work. 10:59 to 5:43 was the time. This was Thursday. So, yeah, got a ride to work. If this was Thursday, August 6th, it was probably like 11:30 to like 5, and so I got home like 5:43. Took a lucky out again. He pooped twice. He peed. I did one rack of dishes. Strained kefir. I scooped up some watermelon. That I had a whole watermelon and put it inside like containers. I washed my hair, brushed my teeth. Then 8:40 p.m. to like 9:12. I reset the cell phone payment account password. So my cell phone. I wanted to be able to log in so I could buy some more 4G if I ever needed to. Now I can finally log in, but it took like 40 minutes. It took like 32 to 40 minutes to do that. But that was on Thursday. I must have conked to sleep after that. And then, no, actually I did do push-ups from 11:25 and 18 seconds to, I did around 11:25 and 18 seconds. I did 3 backpack push-ups. And then I was like, something stopped me. And then maybe Lucky tried crawling underneath me. Then I did 7 more. And I was done before 11:27. So that was only like barely like a minute and a half worth of push-ups. But then I did some more. I did 8 AOML at 11:57 and 35 seconds to 11:58. Again, these are these tiny little stupid amounts. But I mean, at least I made it to the AOML stage where you hold the position and then you manage to lift back up. So that was August 6th. And then Friday, August 7th, I don't know, probably was just stressing over, I don't have anything recorded there, probably just stressing over stuff, over the fact that I want to make this journal. And do I have any? Oh, on August, well, no. So I believe it was August 7th, probably, more phone calls. On August 7th, let's see if I can see anything. Well, looks like I was watching a bunch of like videos about. Oh, I was looking at Man Carrying Thing and how old his videos are. Apparently, he looked totally different like 5 years ago, and he actually reviewed books like fantasy novels and such. And I ordered that second thing of Dairy Queen, and basically the reason why I did that is like I wanted to try like the new flavors. Now I've tried all the new flavors that are interesting. Now it's done and out of the way. Yep. So basically, a few YouTubers that I kind of used to follow, I was looking at their old videos. And then on the 8th, basically, I've had some more phone calls. Just attacking with like an old friend that I had. Let's see. I know on Saturday, finally Saturday 8th, basically I ended up watching a critical drinker video, and basically this is the one where they're talking about how that upcoming movie called Children of Blood and Bone, that's based on a apparently popular fantasy book series. The author of the books that this movie is based on has been publicly trashing the adaptation that comes out in January. And this reminded me of something. It was like, hey, didn't somebody on Twitter say that the book series Children of Blood and Bone is not actually all that good, and that if you want to read good African fantasy, you want to do another. There's a book series that has similar subject matter that's better and isn't just like a ripoff of Avatar: The Last Airbender, but like set in Africa instead. It's Red. Let's see. Check the title of these books that have been offered. It's called Red. It's called Black Leopard, Red Tiger or something. And then the other one. Let's see if I can get it going. Do I have it? I might have it bookmarked. That's 7th. That's the August 7th. If I go to my bookmarks, and it's something that I saw, and I had to scroll through Twitter and go through old posts to see if I could find it. And then I finally okay, now that I've seen that, I want to bookmark it. Go to Pop Culture Talk on X.com. Okay, there we go. Okay. So somebody here says the only thing that was mildly interesting was the ent that shows up at the end. They're talking about the movie trailer for Children of Blood and Bone. Looks like a bland, generic young adult trope you see flooding the fantasy genre. If they wanted to adapt an African fantasy, why didn't they choose Rage of Dragons or Black Leopard, Red Wolf? So yes, there is a... Evan Winter's Rage of Dragons is a fantasy that has dragons in some Africa-style setting. And then Black Leopard, Red Wolf is another one. And then Marlon James has a Dark Star trilogy, and the first book is called Black Leopard, Red Wolf. Okay, then, so yeah, I'm going to have to be going to work soon. But overall, did I do more? I thought I did push-ups other times during the day. No, wait, August 7th. No, wait, No, August 7th, That's August... No, August 7th and 8th, I didn't do any push-ups. Yeah, shit. Sucks. It was August 6th the last time I did. But then I just did several minutes ago. I'm going to do this when I do my next journal. But I did manage to do 8 AOML1 push-ups. Then Lucky crawled underneath me. It's I got to plan it out at a better time. That's my own fault. I kind of got distracted. So that's all I got to say for now. I'm going to take off for work now. Basically, I'm going to stop being, I got to kind of slow down on the box office habit, because I don't like Reddit. I don't like lurking through Reddit and just being enraged by stupid crap. So I want to start creating stuff. And this whole video journal series is me sort of archiving my life and seeing if I can make a change. So far, for the past year, I've been kind of treading water, not moving very far in life. So let's see if I can do better. Maybe we're over halfway through the year, but hey, maybe August of 2026 could be the year I turn my life around, start creating things, making things, living a healthier lifestyle, making my own meals. So let's see how that goes. Maybe August, 9th and 10th. So far, I haven't eaten any plastic. I did eat unhealthy today. That'll be mentioned in the next video. But I didn't consume any plastic so far. I didn't purchase any stuff with plastic so far today. So, but hopefully the rest of the day will go well. I ate 2 donuts at the convenience store, but they didn't come with plastic, and they didn't have a little plastic wrapper with them or anything like that. But hopefully the rest of the day will be better. So, bye for now.